Thank you for watching this video about relationships, references, and transitors. In Agilian, there are 3 ways for you to relay model elements. You can relay the model element by relationship, just like after process order, we will go to arrange deliveries. And also you can relay the model elements by reference. You can add the reference to model elements to external artifacts. And also you can relay the model with the transitors. So what is the differences between these kinds of relations and when to use it? In this video is going to answer these questions. Let's start the first kind of relation, the relationships. This is a portion of business process diagram. Here you can see we use the relationship to link up 2 tasks. In this case, the select inspector will perform by the supervisor. After he done the select inspections, he will pass the inspections to the inspector to perform and schedule the inspections. And here it means also navigable. After this task done, we will go through to the other tasks. And this is a strong relationship between model elements. Let's take a look on a business process diagram example. Here you can see we have the supervisor select inspector, connect to schedule inspections and then to perform, etc. You see all the link, all the relationships, it has the arrowhead. That means from one end to the other end, showing the flow. And second examples is in the class diagrams. In this class diagram, we have 5 classes. For example, the safety inspections has the relationship to the inspector. Means each safety inspections has 1 inspector doing the inspections, and it can navigate from this end to the other end. And another case is the safety inspection also contains items. It can contain more than 1 item, so we put the multiplicity here to specify is allow multiple incidents. And also this is a navigable to here. And here you can see we have the directions, the item to the item type. That means the item can navigate to the item type, but the item type cannot go back to the items. So the associations also a kind of the relationship, and it is a very strong relationship between the model elements. And usually we will show it on the diagram like this. Let me do a quick demonstrations about how to draw the relationship in Agilian. Here we have the schedule inspections task. And when you select the task, you see a set of icons surrounded on the task. Then you can drag and drop. This is a kind of a possible actions. I can drag this one and then say this is the schedules and perform inspections, something like that. I can do more, like I can just say prepare report, something like that. You see, I just need to drag and drop to draw my diagram. Instead of just created elements, you can also connect. For example, I can connect this one to the prepare report. In this case, we will see there's a 2 outgoing flow from scheduled inspections, both to perform inspections and prepare report. Of course, this is incorrect, just to show through the step. Usually you don't have this one. You just have perform scheduled inspections and then perform inspections and then prepare the report. Let's move on to talk about the references. There are 2 types of references in Agilian. The first one is the internal reference. It's used to link to other model elements within the Agilian. For example, you can link the use case to the task, or you can link the use case to the shapes, to the requirement shapes. And the second type of reference is linked to external resources. You can link the use case to external files, or you can link to a specific website or the domain. And we have some customer use the link, the reference to link to an internal wiki to describe in details. For linking to external file, it also means you can get more information in the external files. For example, you have a class and have the sample documents. You want to include the sample document on the class rather than typing everything. You can link to the class, link to the external documents in the class by using the references features. Let me show you an example. Here we have a business process diagram, also the select inspections. And select inspections will link to a document, it's an inspection report. This .year page means this is in data objects. And instead of writing a lot of descriptions about what is the inspection report, you can link the inspection report to an external document, for example, the PDF file, to have more clear pictures to the users when he want to know what is the inspections report. Let me show you a quick demonstrations about how to add the reference in Agilion. When you select the task or any model elements in the diagram, you will see a small icon, references icon on the left bottom corner. You can click on the icon and then select add files. You can add URL, add the shapes or the math elements. Add the files, and then you can select where is the files and select these files and click OK. Then I make the reference. In the future, when you come back to this task, you just click it and click the PDF. Then you will see it will open the PDF file for you. This is a sample report I downloaded from the internet from Canadian governments. Okay, now you can open the reference, but if you have a lot of tasks, you don't know which task has the reference. You need to click it one by one to see has a reference or not, has a reference or not. That will be very time consuming. So in Agilion, you can right click on the diagrams and go to presentations options, turn on always show elements, model elements indicators. Then when you tick these options, you will see there is a small icons. If there is a reference file, you can click it. And here we don't have, that means there's no references in this kind of task. The third type of relations we will talk about is a transitor. A transitor is used to trace the model element. It provides the traceability between the model elements. And what is the traceability means here is in 2 points of view. If you're thinking in forward, in this case, the business process to create the use case, this is the steps we do. So we can identify the trace by the backward. Then we know this use case is come from this task. So the transitors have both directions from and to. That means this business process task will transit to the use case, and the use case can also link back to the task. That is not a link directly. This doesn't mean a reference. It means this use case is come from this task, or it's not totally come from, but this task is used to create this one. There are a lot of useful usage of the transitor. Let me check two for you. One is to develop the as-is and to-be process. You can have the as-is process like this one, and then use the transitor to link to the to-be process. The as-is process means this is the today process. The to-be process means this is the target process we want to be. And also can use that in linking the business process to the use case. You may identify the business process with your clients, and then later on you can create the system requirements by transit the existing process to the use case to develop the systems, and also give the traceability to link it back. Okay, let me show you how to use the transitor. Here I have an example of the as-is process. The supervisor will select the inspections, and then he will assign tasks to the inspector to schedule inspections, and then after schedule will perform and submit report. Assume this is the today process, and we want to enhance the process, to do some tasks, to automate some tasks. In this case, instead of just copy and paste, you just need to right click on the diagram and go to the utility. Then you can create the to-be process. Then after you click, the tools will create the to-be process to you. And you see this is exactly the same as the as-is process. But you can make change. For example, we don't select inspections here. We will say this is assign and schedules inspections. We shift the schedules inspection workload to the supervisors. And then the inspectors will just do the perform inspection, so he don't need to schedule inspection. So we just move the connectors to here and move to here, and then we delete this one. And then he will perform the inspections. And while performing inspections, we will input the results directly to the iPad rather than need to submit the report. So the perform inspections and fill in report, something like that. And then he don't need to submit the report, because after he finished, it will submit automatically. So we just point this one to Google report and delete this task. You see, I did some enhancement of the process. So now the as-is process is keep unchanged. The to-be process is changed like this. So in the future, if I want to see what is this assign and schedule inspection come from, I can select the model transistor on right bottom corner, and then you see transist from. It is from the as-is process, select inspections. Then I can trace back. Okay, here also have the link to go forward. How's this task to be? Then it's to be a assign schedules inspections. So you see, even the name is different. The tools will help you to keep the track, keep the trace. You can go back and forth on this. And also you can do the comparisons. You can go to the visual div. Instead of working one by one, you can also do the things on all together, something like that. Here you can see, we can select the transistor and compare the model. So you can see we have the comparisons here. Then let's show the supervisors schedules inspections. You can see we have the schedules inspections, the name, change the select inspections to assign schedules inspections. And you can also export to PDF to view it offline. This is the usage of the transistor. And thank you very much for watching this video.